Welcome to Introductory Forensic Social Work. I'm Kayla, and I'm excited to guide you through this webinar mini course today. If you purchased a workbook, please open it now. So who is this course for? This course is designed for generalist social work practitioners and human service workers who seek to deepen their understanding of the intersection between law and social work. It is particularly suited for those who are looking to build knowledge, skills, and confidence in applying legal principles to their practice, including advocacy, courtroom expertise, liability issues, and strategic thinking. Whether you're new to the field or seeking to enhance your existing skills, this course offers valuable insights into the legal aspects of forensic social work, ethics, liability, and confidentiality, preparing you for the complex challenges of the profession. Here's what some of our past students had to say. This course provided me with not just the basics, but a thorough understanding of how the law intertwines with social work. It's a must for anyone serious about their practice. While on the job, are you ever anxious about the potential legal repercussions of your decisions or actions in your cases? Do you find yourself concerned that you might not always have the resources necessary to fully support your clients? Are you sometimes worried about facing ethical dilemmas where there are no clear right or wrong answers? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then this course is for you. This course is an introduction to help you open doors to how a forensic social worker thinks and reflects through the day-to-day intersect of law and social work. Let's dive right in by discussing a real-world case that highlights the critical role of forensic social work. Imagine a situation where a child has been removed from their home due to allegations of abuse. The court must decide the child's future. Should they be returned home, placed in foster care, or adopted? In this scenario, a forensic social worker plays a vital role in assessing the family situation, providing expert testimony, and advocating for the child's best interests. How do you think your role as a social worker could impact the outcome of such a case? What specific actions would you take? Today, we're going to explore how forensic social work fits into such scenarios and how it can be applied in your practice. Before we get started, let's take a look at our learning objectives for today's session. By the end of this webinar, you will be able to 1. Recall and define key concepts of forensic social work. 2. Identify the role of a forensic social worker within the legal system. 3. Apply basic forensic social work principles to real-world scenarios. 4. Analyze ethical dilemmas in forensic social work. 5. Evaluate the impact of forensic social work on legal outcomes. These objectives will guide our discussion and ensure that you leave today with a solid understanding of the basics. Now, before we dive deeper into the specifics of forensic social work, let's take a moment to connect today's topic to your own experiences. As social workers, many of you have likely encountered situations where the legal system played a significant role in the lives of your clients. Think about a time when you were involved in a case where legal issues were at the forefront. Perhaps it was a child custody dispute, a domestic violence case, or an instance where you needed to advocate for a client's rights in a mental health setting. How did you feel navigating those situations? Did you find the legal aspects challenging, or were you able to integrate them smoothly into your practice? Maybe you had to collaborate with lawyers, prepare reports for court, or even testify as an expert witness. These experiences are crucial because they serve as the foundation for your understanding of forensic social work. Forensic social work is not entirely separate from the work you already do. Rather, it's an extension of your practice into the legal realm. It's about taking the skills you already have, your ability to assess situations, advocate for clients, and work ethically, and applying them in contexts where legal considerations are paramount. Throughout this webinar, I encourage you to keep reflecting on your past experiences. How might the principles and practices we discussed today have helped you in those situations? How can they inform your approach in the future? By connecting new knowledge to your existing practice, you'll find that forensic social work is not only relevant, but also highly applicable to the work you do every day. Now that we've connected the topic to your own experiences, Let's move on to the heart of today's webinar. What exactly is forensic social work? At its core, forensic social work is the application of social work principles, values, and practices within the legal system. But what does that really mean? Forensic social work involves engaging with clients who are directly involved with the law, whether they are children in protective services, individuals accused of crimes, victims of domestic violence, or people with mental health issues facing involuntary commitment. In these contexts, you, as a social worker, act as a bridge between the client and the legal system, ensuring that the client's voice is heard, their rights are protected, and their needs are met within the confines of the law. Forensic social work is broad in scope, encompassing a wide range of activities. Let me break it down into a few key areas. 1. Child welfare. In child welfare cases, forensic social workers may conduct investigations to assess the safety of a child's living environment, prepare reports that influence custody decisions, and provide expert testimony in court regarding the child's best interests. 2. Criminal justice. Within the criminal justice system, forensic social workers might work with individuals accused of crimes, conducting assessments that help determine whether they should be diverted to treatment programs instead of incarceration. They may also work with victims, providing them with the necessary support and helping them navigate the often intimidating legal process. 3. Mental health law. Forensic social workers also play a crucial role in mental health settings, particularly in cases where clients face involuntary commitment or competency evaluations. Your expertise in understanding mental health can be pivotal in ensuring that legal decisions are made in the best interest of the client, balancing the need for treatment with the client's legal rights. 4. Family law. In family law, forensic social workers may become involved in cases of divorce, custody battles, or domestic violence. Your role might include conducting family assessments, providing mediation services, or preparing detailed reports that are used by the court to make informed decisions. 5. Human rights and advocacy. In a broader sense, forensic social workers often engage in human rights work, particularly with vulnerable populations like refugees, migrants, or victims of human trafficking. Here, the role expands to advocating for the legal rights of these populations, often in complex and challenging environments. These are just a few examples, but they illustrate how forensic social work is deeply intertwined with various aspects of the legal system. The key takeaway here is that forensic social work is not a separate entity from social work. It's a specialized application of the same core principles you already use every day, tailored to legal contexts. In forensic social work, your assessments, interventions, and advocacy take on a heightened level of importance because they directly influence legal outcomes. You are not only working for the well-being of your clients, but also navigating the legal implications of their situations, often in high-stakes environments where your expertise can make a significant difference. As we move forward, keep in mind that while the scope of forensic social work is broad, the foundation is always the same: applying your social work skills to ensure justice, fairness, and the protection of vulnerable individuals within the legal system. Now that we've established what forensic social work is and its broad scope, let's delve into the specific roles and responsibilities that you, as a forensic social worker, might take on within the legal system. Forensic social work is all about the application of your social work skills in legal contexts, where your insights and expertise are crucial in shaping outcomes that affect people's lives. Your roles may vary depending on the particular legal setting you are involved in, but several key responsibilities are common across most forensic social work practices. 1. Conducting forensic assessments. One of your primary responsibilities as a forensic social worker is to conduct thorough assessments that inform legal decisions. This might involve evaluating a parent's fitness in a custody case, assessing the mental health of a defendant in a criminal case, or determining the level of risk in cases involving domestic violence. Your assessments are not just about gathering information. they must be precise, objective, and defensible in court. For instance, when you assess a child's living situation in a custody dispute, you're not just looking at the immediate environment. You're considering factors like the child's emotional well-being, the presence of supportive relationships, and the potential for future harm. These assessments require a deep understanding of both social work principles and legal standards. 2. Preparing legal reports. Another critical role is the preparation of reports that may be presented in court. These reports must be clear, concise, and based on factual evidence. Unlike some other forms of social work documentation, these reports are often scrutinized by legal professionals, including judges and attorneys, who will use them to make decisions that could have long-lasting effects on your client's life. For example, in a criminal case, your report might be used to argue for a client's placement in a rehabilitation program rather than incarceration. It's crucial that these reports are meticulously prepared, as they often serve as the backbone of your testimony in court. 3. Providing expert testimony. As a forensic social worker, you may be called upon to provide expert testimony in court. This is a responsibility that requires you to translate your assessments and findings into language that is understandable to those who may not have a background in social work, such as judges, jurors, and attorneys. Your testimony should be unbiased and focused on the facts. It's your job to provide the court with the insights needed to make informed decisions. For instance, if you're testifying in a mental health court, you might explain how a client's mental illness impacts their behavior, helping the court to understand why a particular treatment plan is necessary. 4. Collaboration with legal professionals. Collaboration is another key aspect of forensic social work. You'll often work closely with attorneys, judges, law enforcement, and other legal professionals to ensure that your client's needs are represented in legal proceedings. This collaboration requires strong communication skills and an understanding of the legal process. For instance, when working with an attorney on a domestic violence case, you might provide insights into the psychological effects of abuse, helping the attorney to build a stronger case. It's important to maintain a collaborative spirit while also advocating for the best interests of your client. 5. Advocacy and support for clients. Beyond assessments and reports, forensic social workers are also advocates. You are there to support your clients through what is often a very stressful and confusing time. This might involve helping them understand the legal process, providing emotional support, or ensuring they have access to necessary services, such as counseling or housing. In a child welfare case, for example, you might advocate for the child's need for stability and continuity, ensuring that the court considers these factors when making custody decisions. Your advocacy is often the difference between a client feeling lost in the legal system and being an active participant in their case. These roles and responsibilities demonstrate the unique position forensic social workers hold within the legal system. You are not just a social worker. You are a crucial link between social services and the law, working to ensure that the legal system operates in a way that is just and fair, particularly for those who are most vulnerable. As we continue, keep in mind that these responsibilities require a delicate balance. You must be thorough and objective in your assessments, clear and precise in your reports, and confident yet impartial in your testimony. Your work directly influences legal outcomes, and that carries a significant responsibility. By embracing these roles, you'll be better equipped to navigate the complexities of forensic social work, making a tangible impact on the lives of your clients and the broader legal system in which you operate.